Tonight, from GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs taking on Jared Goff and the Detroit Lions.
From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs. The wait is finally over. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis here on the start. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Detroit gets set to go on offense, and it will be the 7th-year pro out of Cal, Jared Goff, leading the attack in his second season as a Lion.
Certainly a different set of circumstances awaited Jared Goff in Detroit last season after his trade from Los Angeles. He made what he could out of them and managed 3 wins on a rebuilding Lions team. They should improve this year behind Goff after an offseason where they made considerable investments in order to try and improve this ball club.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. On 2nd and 9, Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Goff. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff over the middle, and it's incomplete. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Now it's Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple first downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Goff now looks to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They go play action. Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And again, it's Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelce. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelce with career touchdown number 60. And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Butker on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now Goff on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Throwing on 3rd. Goff finding Williams once more, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Waiting on it will be Richie James. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 1st down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
They'll run with the 3rd-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got a man, that's Richie James. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I like liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first it's good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, 22 yards. And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From just shy of midfield, Goff. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Wright's got him. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Goff. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Goff, a slant to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Facing this big first-half deficit, they keep the field goal unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll try and run for it. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just now supposed to see that.
Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Here's Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 6 yards away. And the Lions get a bit closer. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
As we all know, Kansas City loves speed at the wide receiver position. And Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he's averaged over 17 yards per catch for his 4-year career, and he runs a 4.37 40. With Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback, expect that speed to translate into big shots downfield.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Touchdown! Richie James, 34 yards. And the Chiefs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now a first down throw. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Goff on 1st down. Complete to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Goff's throw here into the hands of Jones. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On 1st down, Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Goff. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, good to get another season underway. We'll get back to you guys for the second half of the season opener. But first, let's take a look at what's still to come here in the opening weekend of the NFL season. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there as they'll square off with the visiting Arizona Cardinals. In the late afternoon games, the place to be might very well be Denver, Colorado, where it'll be the Broncos. Good stuff to follow on the West Coast in the afternoon window, one being out in Las Vegas, where it will be the Raiders. And then on Sunday night, the national audience in for a treat. They've got a good one lined up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half starts with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now a give. This is McKinnon. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Edwards-Helaire will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Butker on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looking to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 1st down, it's Goff. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 at the 41. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. That one into the hands of Tony downfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Throwing now is Mahomes. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, You never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Goff. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Robert Quinn in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Goff now to throw. Fighting to stay upright. Under pressure, they got him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
The Lions on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Goff. This is caught by Williams. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. McKinnon now going to try the left side. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Here again is McKinnon. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, CD, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into Week 2. This has been an impressive Week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
Butker now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it culminates in a Travis Kelce touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. And Detroit getting set to go now. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. But with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. McKinnon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
Other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now is part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Chiefs, They begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.